Hello everyone and welcome to Electrical Engineering Tutorials. In this tutorial, we explain how to compute the natural time response or the initial state response of an RC circuit or the resistor capacitor circuit. And here is the problem that we will solve in this video tutorial. The electrical circuit consists of the capacitor with a capacitance of C and the resistor with the resistance of R. Assume that the initial voltage across the terminals of the capacitor is V of 0. Find the voltage and the current at the terminals of the resistor R as the function of time. Okay, let's solve this problem. The first step is to derive a differential equation describing the dynamics of this circuit. For that purpose, let's analyze this circuit. Let's denote this node as the node B and let this node be denoted as the node A. From B to A, we have a voltage drop, and I will denote this voltage drop as V. Next, we need to derive a differential equation. First of all, from the right part of this circuit, we have that according to the Ohm's law, the current I is voltage across the terminals of our resistor over the resistance. On the other hand, from the left part of this circuit and from the basic theory of behavior of capacitors, we have that the current is minus capacitance C, first derivative of voltage V over dt. From these two equations, we have that V over R is equal to minus C dV dt. And we can write this equation in a canonical form by moving the term on the right hand side to the left hand side, and we obtain C dV over dt plus V over R is equal to 0. This is an ordinary differential equation of the first order describing the dynamics of this circuit. Our goal is to solve this equation for V under the assumption that V of 0 is simply equal to V0. There are at least two approaches to solve this differential equation. The first approach is to use the Laplace transform, and the second approach is to directly integrate this equation. In the next video tutorial, we will be using the Laplace transform, and in this video tutorial, we will be using the direct integration. Let's transform this equation in a more convenient form. Namely, from this equation, we can write C dV over dt is equal to minus V over R. Next, let's move V to the left hand side, and let's move dt as well as the constants to the right hand side, and consequently we obtain dV over V is equal to minus, let's see what do we have on the right hand side. In the numerator we have dt, and in the denominator we have the product of two constants, that is, we have C multiplying R. Okay. Next, let's integrate this equation. We can write an integral of the left-hand side is equal to the integral of the right-hand side. That is, we have something like this. The constant as well as the minus sign can get out of the integration. So we have 1 over CR, and then over here we have dt. Next, let's substitute the integration bounds. We are integrating from V0 until some V of time. And on the left hand side, we are integrating from 0 to t. An integral of dV over V is simply ln of V. And over here we have the bounds. The bounds are V0 and V of t. On the left hand side, we have minus 1 over CR, and then we have t with the bounds from 0 to t. If we substitute the bounds, we have ln of V of t minus ln V of 0 is equal to minus 1 over CR, and the bounds are t minus 0. And that's it. Now, we can write the left-hand side like this, ln V of t over V0, and on the right-hand side, we have simply minus 1 over CR, multiplying t. I will continue to write over here, and we will transform this equation. The inverse function of the ln function is the exponential function, and consequently we can write v of t over v of 0 is equal to exponential of, we have minus 1 over CR multiplying t. And then finally we obtain that v of t is equal to v of 0, which is our initial voltage across the terminals of the capacitor, and over here we will have exponential of minus 1 over CR multiplying time. And this is the final expression. Note over here that the time constant tau is equal to CR. Consequently, this equation can be written like this. V of t is v of 0, and over here we will have exponential minus 1 over CR t. And finally, let's sketch the graph, or here I have to correct myself. Here I will have let me write this like this, t over tau. Okay, this is a nice expression. Now, let's write this, or let's draw the function, the graph of the function representing this response. What do we have over here? Well, we can see when time is 0, when time is 0, we are starting from V0. That is, we are starting from here. And since the exponential function with the negative exponent is a decaying function of time, we will have this type of behavior. That is, the voltage will slowly decay to 0. To compute the current, you simply need to divide the voltage by the resistance and you will get the current. That's super easy. Now, let's perform a sanity check. That is, let's see if this is correct. From the basic theory of behavior of capacitors, we know that in a steady state, the capacitor acts as an open circuit. That is, there is no current. And we can see this from the graph. Namely, we can see as time goes to infinity, the current will approach to 0. And that's consistent with the sanity check. Okay, that's all for today, and thanks for watching.